Hi, today we're going to look at substituting and evaluating expressions. The first thing we're going to look at is substituting a pronumeral. When we are given an expression, we are also given the value of our pronumeral, and in this case f is equal to 3. Therefore we need to evaluate f plus 5, substituting f for the value of 3. So let's do that. We'll have 3 plus 5, and 3 plus 5 equals 8. So we've solved this expression of f plus 5. Why don't you have a go at these over here? Put the video on pause and come back when you're ready. Well, how did we go? Well, let's have a look at this one. Equals 5, and there is a little invisible multiplication sign between the 5 and the f. So if we wanted to, we could write multiplied by 3. So 5 multiplied by 3 is equal to 15. What about c? Well, we've got 12, which we know, but our pronumeral here is 3, and we've got to add 2 to it. So how many times does 3 go into 12? Well, 3 goes into 12. 3, 6, 9, 12 goes in 4 times. Add our 2. And 4 add 2 gives us 6. We can also substitute multiple pronumerals into an equation. The next two questions are based on the fact that the pronumeral x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. Put the video on pause and give this a and b a go, and then come back when you're ready. Alright, let's see how we went. Well, equals 3, and we're going to multiply it by the pronumeral of x, which is 3, added to 2, multiplied by the pronumeral of y, which here is 4, add 3. And then we have 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, added to 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, added to 3. 9 plus 8 is 17, add 3, and 17 add 3 happens to be 20. So let's go ahead and do b. So we'll have 2 multiplied by 4, added to 4, add 3 multiplied by the pronumeral of x is 3. Now remember, we have something called BIMDAS here. So we've got to be careful of our brackets. We've got to be careful of our order of operations. Alright, well, 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, added 2. Now I'm going to be careful with my brackets. I'm going to do my multiplication first, because 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. Alrighty, added to my 4. So that's going to be 8, add 4 plus 9 happens to be 13. And 8 add 13 now is equal to 21. The last examples we're going to look at is substituting powers and roots. Here we have pronumeral for t is equal to 3 and w is equal to 2. We've got a, b, and c as some examples. Why don't you put the video on pause and see if you can sort these ones out. Let's have a go at the first one. So we've got equals 2 multiplied by t, which happens to be 3 squared. And remembering our laws of BIMDAS, our order of operations, we have something called indices. That needs to get done first, and then we'll do our multiplication. So we've got 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of 2 is the same as 3 times 3. So that happens to be 9. And 2 times 9 equals 18. Now let's look at b. So we have 3 squared plus 2 squared. And 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3. So I'll just write that in. Plus, and 2 squared is the same as 2 times 2. 3 times 3 is 9. Added to 2 times 2 is 4. So 9 add 4 gives me 13. And how did we go with c? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my squared root sign in, and I'm then now going to replace my pronumeral of t, which happens to be 3 squared. And I'm going to sort out my 3 squared, my indices first. So that'll be 3 times 3. And we know 3 times 3 is 9. So therefore the squared root of 9 happens to be 3. So that's how we go about substituting pronumerals and therefore evaluating the expressions.